Hello students. Today we will be doing the section 3 in your textbook, that is writing skills. The topic that we will be studying today is a very important question in your HSC paper. This question is 3B, that is summary writing, which carries 3 marks. My dear students, as you can see in the picture, summary writing is nothing but a summary of a particular act or a story or an event that has taken place in our lives. Dear students, you must have come across a situation where an incident took place with you and you want to narrate the same incident to your friend. And you go on narrating with the minutest details using a lot of time. But your friend, who is eager to know what happened, would just say, "Tell me in short what happened," or "Tell me in brief what exactly happened." "Jaldi bata, kya hua hai?" So, in that way, you start telling the story in a very short time and with all the necessary details. So, summary writing is something similar. Here, we just write or we just state the main ideas. Let us see exactly what is a summary. A summary is a record in the reader's own words that gives the main points of a piece. So this summary could be of an article in the newspaper, an article in a magazine, or a lecture, or a passage, a chapter, or even a whole book. So this kind of a piece of information which you have, you take up that and you put it in your own words, including the main points. Now, let us see the icebreakers in this chapter. The first question here, discuss in pairs and guess the correct alternative for the following. To summarize means. So they have given us 4 options. Out of this, we have to choose what is the exact meaning of summarizing. Put information in chronological order, to recapitulate the main points in selection, to introduce new information, to write one's opinion about selection. Yes, my dear students, this is the first point. That is, to summarize means to put information in chronological order. Next, the type of summary that consists of a paragraph to express the main idea is. What is this type of summary? Where you express the main idea, it is known as the synopsis. That's right. Now let us go to the next question. There are various ways of incorporating other writers' work into your own writing. They differ according to the closeness of your writing to the source writing. Match the ways of writing in brief given in the column A with their description in column B. So here we have summarizing. So what is summarizing? Summarizing is E, that is, it includes main ideas into one's own words. Next, paraphrasing. What is paraphrasing? It's A. It includes not just the main idea, but every detail expressed clearly and to the point. Third, précis writing. Précis writing is nothing but C, that is, it includes the most essential part or the crux of the matter. Fourth, quoting. Quoting is F, that is, it must be identical to the original and match the document word by word. Fifth, editing. Editing is B, that is, it includes selection of proper lines from the given text for correction, condensation, and organization. And sixth one, gist writing is D. It includes taking broader segment of the source and condensing it slightly. Students, Here I have provided you with the answers. You can use this and complete the activity given in your textbook. Brevity is the soul of wit, says William Shakespeare. It is relevant to speaking as well as writing. You might have come across the situation where several times you want to tell something, but you cannot tell the entire details, the entire event by taking a lot of time. You have to be brief in whatever you say, as well as at times you have to be brief in whatever you want to write or whatever you want to put down on paper. So here, summary or summarizing is relative to speaking as well as writing. Brevity or concision is the cutting out of unnecessary words while conveying an idea. We often use so many different types of words which are not really necessary. So when you cut down those unnecessary words, you make a particular narration brief and you convey the idea correctly. It aims at enhancing communication by eliminating redundancy without omitting important information. This is very important here, students. When you summarize something, you do not remove, you do not omit any important information. You include all the important information, but you eliminate all the redundant words, the words which are not necessary to enhance your communication. Summary writing is the elementary principle of writing. So whenever you write, you have to be brief in your writing. You need to speak what is required and you also need to write what is necessary. These two things are the prerequisite towards development of language skills. So if you want to develop your language skills, you need to know how to speak whatever is required and how to write down whatever is necessary. Important to be brief in written expression. We definitely have to be brief. Why? Because whatever we are writing, the reader should not get bored or he should not be covered with unnecessary words. Okay, the short and brief summary of something will help the reader to get the idea faster and in a better manner. So what is summary? A summary is a short, concise method of stating the main idea and significant supporting details of a reading selection or a textbook chapter. Now, it can be thought of as a study outline that is connected by sentences rather than numbers, letters, or indentations. A summary condenses a larger piece of work down to its essential parts. So condensation means what do? You take a huge amount of information and you reduce the number of words or unnecessary words and you bring that information to an essential piece of writing, that is summary writing. So in summary writing, you have to express in brief the main points of a written record, and this is the summary writing skill. Now, definitely, dear students, this skill comes with practice. So as and when you practice summary writing, you will master the skill of this writing skill. Okay. Now, purpose of summary. Now, why do we write a summary or what is the need of summary writing? First, it gives reader a clear, objective picture of original text and it restates only the main points of a lecture. Now, here, my dear students, I have something for you, that is the main ways in which you can uh, make your summary. Okay, there are five finger summary. That's what it is called. That is the questions: who, what, when, where, why. So, who is the story about? What is the conflict in the story? When did the story take place? Where did the story take place? Why did the story turn out this way? And how did everything get resolved? So this you will follow when you write a summary of a particular event or a story that has taken place. Okay. Now, what are the various do's of summary writing? Like what you should do when you write a summary? first and the most important thing is to read and reread the passage. Why they say reread is because when we read the passage once, we might not quickly be able to understand the main ideas in the passage, and hence it is necessary that we reread the passage to understand it better. So understanding the passage is another important part of summary writing. Then we need to read the instructions. What are the instructions given over there? Find exactly what you need to summarize. Then identify the main idea through the process of asking questions. So you ask questions to the paragraph which is given to you, to the piece of writing that is given to you. You ask questions and you find out what exactly this written piece is about. What is the main idea over here? Then you form short sentences on your own. Suppose it's a very long sentence, then you try to cut it down to a very short form, including the main things which is given in the sentence. You connect the sentences using linkers and, but, therefore, because. So you use these and you connect the sentences. You remove redundant words and sentences from the key sentences. Like for example, Nisha is a girl. Nisha is a girl who is very active. So you need to understand that there's no need to have two different sentences. You can say Nisha is a girl who is very active. Okay. So in such manner, you need to understand and use the linkers and remove the redundant words. Then you omit details. You don't need to give a lot of details about something. In short, you need to tell exactly what happened, and you need to avoid your own interpretation. Please do not add your views or your thinking about the event that takes place in the passage. Do not interpret the passage in your manner. You have to write the way it is given there, but with the use of lesser words and including the main ideas. So what a summary should include? It should include the main idea of the selection, the most essential supporting details or explanation, only the information you have read, objective and factual information from the reading, 1/4 the length of the original essay, and your own words and the use of paraphrasing skills. Now, what are the don'ts of summary writing? Now, when we say you should do this, we should do that, you also need to understand what you shouldn't do. So here we have the don'ts of summary writing. So do not include anything extra apart from the text which is given to you. That's first. Second, do not exclude anything which is given over there. Any main idea, do not exclude it. Do not add any of your ideas or views in the summary. Do not comment on anything that has taken place, and also do not give examples. So these are the 5 things you need to remember you shouldn't do when you write a summary. First, do not include, do not exclude, do not add, do not comment, and do not give examples. So what a summary should not include? It should not include your opinion, because you're writing the summary of the piece which is already given to you. So you don't need to add your opinion in there. What you think the author should have said, don't do that. Don't add that. And do not use copied material or a string of quotes from the selection. I hope you're here till here you're with me. So towards the end, what we see is summary of a paragraph is nothing but the main idea plus major details. So this is your formula for writing a summary. Main idea plus major detail. That's all. Now hints for writing a brief summary for a paragraph. First, read the paragraph looking for all the important ideas and facts. Then annotate, mark. Okay, mark things which you find are necessary. Place brackets around the main idea. Underline keywords and phrases that support the main idea. Write these keywords in the margin and cross out any information that is not important. So these 6 things you need to keep in mind when you start writing a summary. Okay, first, read it properly. then mark, that is annotate, then put brackets for main idea, underline keywords, write the keywords in the margin, and cut out the information which is not important. Then make a map. How you make a map? In the way it is given on the screen, you write down the main idea and then you write the three details. Detail 1, detail 2, detail 3. Write a summary that includes all the important information you've identified. And paraphrase, that is, do not copy the exact words from the reading, but try to put them in your own words without changing the actual event. Okay. Now here I have a small example for you. Identify the main ideas and the most important details. So there's a small passage which I've put down for you, so you understand exactly what I'm asking you to do when you write a summary. So this is the passage. So let us see how we are going to annotate. So first, what you do is you read as it is given in bold. So you read the passage. Secondly, you annotate. Like I said, you have to mark. So how would you mark? You put brackets for the main idea. MI, as you can see on the screen, MI stands for main idea. So what is the main idea? The first line itself. Computers have become a necessity for both small and large businesses today. That's your main idea. Then, which is the first detail? It takes a computer less than a second to retrieve information. So the first detail is that it takes less than a second to retrieve information. That takes a person several hours to operate. It is for this reason that banks, airlines, and fast food restaurants rely so heavily on them. So this information is not needed. Second detail is given, that is, computers can store large amounts of data in a relatively small space. That is your second piece of information which is given here. For this reason, offices need less storage space such as file cabinets and supply closets. This is not needed. Okay, so you have got your main idea, you have got the first detailed information, and you have got the second detailed information. So you make a map. As I had shown you in the previous slides, you make a map where first you write the main idea and then you divide it into the two details which are given in the passage. Sometimes there can be more than two, so you need to make the map accordingly. But here, since we have just the two details, I have made the map in this manner. So the short summary of the passage which I had shown you is as follows. Computers are important for businesses because of their speed in retrieving information and their ability to store large amounts of data in small spaces. So in this passage, you have, or in this paragraph, or in this few lines, you have understood the entire summary of the passage that I had shown you on. Okay. My dear students, I hope you have understood how to write the summary. If you haven't yet, please do message me. We'll try to find out another ways of making things easy for you in order to understand how to write a summary. I will also be sending another video which you can go through for the tips or ways in which summary writing should be done. So apart from this, maybe you might be able to understand from that video as well. However, as I said in the video, summary writing can be done better and better with practice. So you can start practicing by taking any piece of information either from a newspaper or your textbook or anywhere. You take a paragraph, maybe it is a paragraph of 50 to 60 words, and then you write the summary of that paragraph in the shortest way, in the way I have explained you, with the help of marking the main ideas and the details, making a map and putting down your information in your words, in short, in brief. Okay, so congratulations, you are now well prepared to write a well organized summary. Thank you and have a nice day.